with doing the right thing because your life is good. A lot of other people, they said that they couldn't help me, but that they would when their life is good. Cute. Reality is, I have a penis. None of you are going to do anything for me. Not unless I'm sticking it in you. And you don't get that part of me. It's gross that men are treated so horribly, like we must be predators because we were born with penises. While you do everything that you can to help female predators get away with these crimes nationwide, you show that you don't care about other human beings, Caitlin Tatum. Now, Natalie Bollinger almost got a fair end. See, here's the thing. There was a man who was just typing on my channel about how child molesters should be on death row, in his opinion. And I'm almost of the same opinion, were it not for the fact that there are so many false accusations, and people literally will not look at the evidence that a man has, will not help a man to turn it in. They will bullshit. They will lie. That's if they're even willing to pretend like they care, which the reality it is means that most people don't. They're not even going to try. Sure, you're their friend as a Facebook number. They're trying to break 1,000. If they break 1,000 Facebook friends, it means they're popular. No, it doesn't. Many of the women I know have told me that I'm right to stay away from women because according to them, women are crazy. So I've got a bunch of women telling me that women are crazy. But I can't say it or I'm sexist, right? We get to see the competition. And many women that I know say they won't have female friends because the whole thing is a competition. It's competition on Facebook, it's competition on Twitter, it's a competition in real life. It's a competition. How did Natalie Bollinger get a fair end almost? Well, me and that guy agree. Were we in a perfect world where you could catch such people? Well, in a perfect world, those people wouldn't exist, would they? No, they wouldn't. In the real world, women will help sexual predators to get away. Women will support this in the United States. They will support the rape society and the rape culture. And pretend that they're not, oh no, I'm sweet and innocent. Look at me, I look like a 12-year-old. I could never do anything wrong. Lady, you're 23. You're not 12 anymore. You want to play like you're a 12-year-old when it'll get you sympathy, when it'll get people to feel sorry for you. Oh, she could never do anything wrong. She paints herself up like a 4-foot Audrey Hepburn. Lovely. If you accuse people of things they didn't do, like Natalie Bollinger trying to pretend that I stalked her in Virginia, hell no. I did what she asked. I did what her sister asked. And then they pretend that I'm a stalker for doing as they asked? Pretending like they asked me to leave them alone and go away? No, Natalie was trying to meet up with me. She was trying to let me know what the fuck was going on. She wanted to have a one-on-one conversation. And I wasn't trying to blow her off when I was saying we have plenty of time. Natalie repeatedly told me that she wanted to have a one-on-one conversation, same as me. That started before I went there. When I got there, it was always, hey, I'm sorry that it's always got to be me and my sister. My leg's fucked up. My car is totaled. I'm dependent upon Alicia. I'm sorry about all this, Sean. Me and Alicia are fighting over a boy. Or, I'm sorry that those other two guys were such idiots. Next time it'll just be me and Alicia, which the next time it was. But every time she's apologizing to me, she really wants to have one-on-one conversation with me. Whatever she's got to say, she can't say it in front of her sister. That doesn't matter, though. That doesn't matter to any of you. What matters is that she's got tits and I don't. You know, it's inappropriate leading people on. When you pretend that you want to have a sexual relationship with a man because you want something out of him, and you lead him on until you get what you want and then you're no longer interested, you're a shitty person. When you lead them on that you're friends, that you actually care about them, and then you literally go out of your way to ignore them for 6 years of nonstop hell. When do these women pretend to give a shit? When did they actually pretend to give a shit? With Danny Francis, with Caitlin Tatum. How about with Chelsea Atkins? When I called them out on their Facebook in public. That's what it took for these friends to pretend like they actually cared. But not really, because the reality of it is they did everything that they could to make me feel like I was a horrible person for even asking. Now, when I say either you be a friend or you leave, this isn't an argument where you get to argue over whether or not you're my friend. You said things. Oh, great. You typed pretty words at me and procrastinated and lied and took your dear sweet fucking time, and you helped predators get away, resulting in a situation where I am still being victimized by these predators. I get that you don't even want to admit that I went to you for help because it shows how selfish a person you are. 6 years. 6 years of this, Danny. 6 years of this, Katie. How did Natalie get a fair end? Well, almost. When you go making false accusations, I firmly believe that you should be held accountable. If there is a death penalty for child molesters, if you make false accusations, you should get the death penalty. If you make false accusations, the 3 lies. The 3 lies every woman in America can use to destroy a man's life and get away with it. If you tell one of those 3 lies, you deserve the death penalty. That would be equal. What did Natalie get for playing victim? She got her brains blown out like she deserved. You say, oh, Sean, you pushed her to that. No, her and her friends and my friends pushed me to that. Over a year before she was killed, but no sympathy for me. I'm not a human being. You're busy getting laid. You're busy doing drugs. That's what's important, isn't it? We got female predators pushing their predatory actions onto men. Men, 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 men. The penis did it. It has a penis. It must be guilty. That is how America works. You want to talk about how these things are wrong. But when these things happen to somebody that you know, you look the other way and make every excuse. You will waste their time. You will waste their money. You will give empty promises and pretend till the world ends. But you don't have a penis. Therefore, you're not held responsible. You can't possibly be responsible for your actions because you have a vagina. There should be no consequences for you because only penises can do bad things. If there's no penis attached to it, it's made out of sugar and spice and everything nice and could never possibly ever do anything wrong. You paint on 40 pounds of makeup because you think you look ugly without it. Now you're false advertising. You have just become a circus clown. You say you do it for you. If you're doing it for you, you'd just do it in front of the mirror. You wouldn't leave the house painted up like a clown. Or you say, oh, I only do it because women are expected. I have to. No, you don't. There's plenty of women who don't wear makeup. Oh, the competition part. Yes, that's right. You know what kind of a guy that you're going to get? If you go into a bar wearing a mini skirt, painted up like that, and getting drunk, you're going to get the kind of guy who's attracted to what you are advertising. Now, there are women who want to twist this. Now, this is always the way that it is. We've got women who want to twist this into something that it's not. You dressing like a $2 whore doesn't make it okay to rape you. And that's not what any of these people are saying, but that's how you want to reinterpret it so you can pretend that men are bad guys when you make stupid decisions. You dress like a whore, went to a bar, tried to paint your face so you could be more physically attractive, then you got drunk, depriving your brain of oxygen. So you're making yourself so that you don't even have a brain in this situation. You have done literally all of these things to yourself. You say, oh, I didn't buy the drinks. That's right. You went in there expecting free shit and you drank those drinks. You drank those. If you went to the bar to go hang out with your friends and shoot some pool, you wouldn't need makeup. You could show up in sweats, no problem. When you go to the bar fishing for dick, there is not a single person in there who is not 100% aware of what you're doing. You say it's wrong for men to do this. What are you advertising? You are advertising that you want someone to look at you as a sexual object. When you go literally out of your way to play on a stereotype, specifically one that is entirely geared sexually. Why are you going to the bar dressed like a Catholic schoolgirl? Is it because you want people to think that you're sweet and innocent? No, you're going into a fucking bar. Is it because you want people to leave you alone? Because you look like you're underage? No, you're going into a fucking bar. You are specifically putting on that pleated skirt, knowing that it is snowing outside. You're putting on that pleated skirt and that tight shirt that you've tied up right here in a knot to accentuate your cleavage with your red brassiere underneath for everybody to see. It is freezing outside. No, you didn't just do it for you. You did it specifically for attention. You did it specifically for special sexual attention. You specifically went into that bar trying to advertise that you're willing to pretend that you're underage meat. How sick is that? You are walking into a bar as a grown-ass adult fishing for a pedophile, trying to sell an image that is only going to attract a pedophile. You are selling an image that is only going to attract somebody who only cares about looks. You are selling an image and an advertisement to men who don't care about your brains whatsoever. You are literally throwing yourself at men who you think are good looking while you're drunk like a $2 hooker. You go around the bar unabashedly flirting with other people's husbands. You're dressed like a $2 hooker. His wife and he are both there to play pool. She's in her sweats with her hair up, no makeup. She's just there shooting pool with her husband. Maybe he's attractive, maybe he ain't. What do? You unabashedly flirt with him, or, of course, when his wife gives you that look, you go find another guy, and another, and another. Eventually, you'll find a taker. It's not that difficult. You're advertising that you are specifically there for man meat. Most of the single guys there are specifically there for your woman meat. It'll happen. But the other thing is, how many of y'all have gone to the bar, right? Or gone to a party with your friends? And there's a woman who is incredibly drunk, right? And, her friends try to follow the rules. You go with your friends, you go with female friends, you stay with your female friends. This is so that you don't get raped. That's right. But in your drunken frame of mind, you want to have sex with this guy. He wants to have sex with you. He's drunk too. But your friends don't think that he's that attractive. They don't want you leaving with him. Any guys that are trying to hit on you too, they're going to try to cut you off from leaving with him. Oh, he's just trying to take advantage of you. No, you're throwing yourself at him. And what are you going to do when your friends say, hey, this guy's not for you? You're drunk. You're going to throw a tantrum. You're an adult. You can do what you want. I'm an adult. I do what I want. Well, you already agreed that you were going to do it a different way the last time you went out because you had the same problem. This time you swore up and down that it was going to be different. And you go home with the guy. Everybody at the party saw you throwing yourself at him like a $2 hooker. Everybody at the party could see that he was as drunk as you were. Everybody saw you leave with the guy. And And then in the morning, you wake up and you realize, oh my God, he's as ugly as my friends were telling me he was. You say, oh, I don't remember what happened. He must have raped me. Really? If he'd have turned you down, guaranteed you would not have forgotten what happened last night. Time and again, I have seen, not just in my own life, but also in the lives of others, how evil and vindictive American women have been taught that they are allowed to be when they feel rejected. No means no, unless you're a woman. If you're a woman, no means push your luck. No means try harder. Here in the United States, when you tell a woman, no, you can't stab me in the butthole with a carrot, not even a baby carrot. Was it women who stabbed me in the butthole with carrot fucking Zilla? No, because my predators have names. Her name was Nicole Jarrell. That young woman who stuck her hands down my pants while I was passed out, she had a name too. Do I remember it? No, I don't. What I know is that she shouldn't have stuck her hands in my pants while I was sleeping. I didn't know if it was a raccoon or a squirrel. And when I twisted to get the hell away from whatever it was that was in my trousers, well, it turned out that her wrist was in my pants. It got stuck on my belt and it broke. That's karma. Don't molest people in their sleep. It's not okay for a woman either. When you're an intelligent woman, but you want to put on that sweet little innocent 12-year-old look, you know what? Once you turn 18, you're an adult. You know, if you're somebody like Chelsea Atkin, or somebody like Natalie Bollinger, or somebody like Danny Francis, you can play on that for a very long time. You can be in your mid-30s and still, oh, I'm going to play like I'm 12. Oh my God. If I talk like I'm 12, oh, I'm sweet and innocent. Oh, I'm just going to smile a lot. You're still trying to use the little baby girl voice. You're still trying to make your voice sweeter and higher pitched than it used to be. You want it to be high pitched and smiley. I'm sweet and innocent. I look like a 12-year-old. You are literally going out of your way to look like a 12-year-old and act like a 12-year-old and present a 12-year-old as an adult. You're not just advertising pedophilia. You're perpetrating it. You are perpetrating pedophilia. Painting yourself as somebody that you're not. Is that who you are? That drunken idiot dressed like a whore? Being a barfly? Not using your brains, obviously. I heard a saying once that definitely holds true. Metaphorically, it fits good with this situation. There is nothing sexier on a woman than sensible shoes. Notice the word sex is in that. High heels are not comfortable. I know, I've worn them. You don't get extra marks for wearing high heels in my book, but I'm not the one you're trying to impress. If you're trying to impress me, spend time with me, shit. Hang out with me. Let's get to know each other. Do something fun. Now, that's one of the things with Jamie Curtis, and she explained to me afterwards that it means she wanted to get laid. When every suggestion that I make, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. Sean, I'm bored. Let's do something. So she tells me later on, Sean, when I'm saying that, when a girl says that to you, when she says she's bored, it means that she's horny and she can't focus on nothing else because right now she's horny. Offer some sex. No. Be accountable to your words. Amanda Daniels, I asked her out once. My mom kept telling me, I was working at Cabela's corporate at the time, and my mom kept telling me, Amanda Daniels thinks you're the best thing since peanut butter. So I went and talked to Amanda, and I said, hey, my mom says that you think I'm the best thing since peanut butter. I was going to ask her out. She said, no, I'm allergic to peanut butter. And we had a conversation, and, I did what my mom asked me to. My mom said, if you like her, ask her out. She has the biggest crush on you, Sean. The biggest crush. And I found out later that was true. Her excuse now is that she was dating my brother. No, she didn't start dating my brother until almost a year later. His name is Michael. So for her to say no to going out on a date with me, but then, of course, I was her biggest crush in high school, or her first crush, according to her. Why didn't she say yes? Between dating me and dating a pedophile, Michael ended up being a pedophile. Meanwhile, I'm 42 years of age. I have never been charged with child abuse, never been charged with child endangerment, never been charged with child abandonment, never been charged with molesting a child. Now, again, this video is about what? About how Natalie almost got what was fair. The thing is, Natalie wasn't the one accusing me of being a child molester. Natalie was not the one accusing me of molesting Natalie. Alicia wasn't the one accusing me of molesting Natalie. Alicia wasn't the one accusing me of molesting Alicia. Natalie wasn't the one accusing me of molesting Alicia. That all came from who? Maddie Boa. Maddie Boa, Maddie Boa. Maddie Boa. I want to say this name again. Her name is Maddie Boa. Maddie Boa. She's a man-hating lesbian. She had a sexual relationship with Alicia Bollinger, and she wanted the set. She's also the one that planned the trip to go see Natalie in Virginia in 2016. She also wasn't able to go because of what? She got busted selling meth. She was on probation. But then again, what all these little druggy whores do after they get busted being druggy whores? Pretend I'm a druggy whore. Sean's a druggy whore. Sean can't take no for an answer. Blah, 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 blah. Really, let me see this evidence. Where is this evidence, Maddie Boa? I have been treated this way since over a year before Natalie got her brains blown out because of you, Maddie. Because of you. Because of you. You, in specific, went out of your way to slander my name, knowing you were lying outright. Fair and equal. First of all, we don't have the death penalty for pedophiles or rapists. Second of all, Natalie's not the one who accused me of being a pedophile or a rapist. She accused me of stalking her because she was fucking embarrassed over situations that happened because she didn't listen. Her sister didn't listen. I did not want that broken fucking phone. I was fine with the Starbucks that I picked out. I did what they wanted, and I did draw the line. When they wanted to get so far involved in my life that they were planning out years of my life. That's right, Natalie and Alicia Bollinger were discussing what I was going to do with my life in Virginia. They planned out what I was going to do in Virginia for me. Planned out that I was going to get a job there. Planned out that I was going to live there. Alicia Bollinger was even going so far as to go apartment shopping for me because they wanted me to stay there. They already knew that I wasn't going to stay there. I was there to help provide support, not just emotional. While Natalie Marie Bollinger healed up, I was there so that she would have a friend in person who, instead of ignoring her problems and trying to get her fucked up on drugs so I could fuck her, like all of her male friends, I was there so that when those people continually did those things, made her feel like she was nothing, like she was just a vagina. But then you look at how her and her sister painted themselves up and what they advertised. Even as adults, they were advertising to pedophiles. That's where you get love from, apparently, in their family. You get love from the pedophiles. Dad only fucks you because he loves you. The thing is that Natalie and Alicia, to this day, and I've been begging for them to do so, Natalie can't. Alicia Bollinger needs to fess up in court and to the public that I did not rape or molest her. That's what she needs to do. Now, if they make it legal to kill pedophiles and rapists, I wholeheartedly believe that it should be legal for people who make false accusations of such things to have an equal punishment. If you falsely accuse somebody of being a rapist, you should get the same sentence as a rapist. And if you help a rapist to get away, you should be charged as an accessory. If you help a female predator with false accusations, you should be charged as an accessory. I believe in that situation you are just as guilty as the perpetrator. And in that situation, being charged as an accessory should also result in a mandatory death sentence, if that's the way you want to play it. You want to change the rules depending on who it is. If it's Johnny Depp, oh, by all means, people saying that they were on drugs. Look at the Johnny Depp situation. None of the stuff that they claimed in any of my court dates was ever true. And the Johnny Depp situation shows it. None of the things they did were legal, but none of you care. You're going to get a hold of me and promise me you're going to help, but then instead of trying to actually follow the guidelines you're supposed to follow, you want to try anything else. Oh, wait, no. You won't try anything else, will you? You will only try things that you know are ineffective. I see males doing more to end sexism and more to stop rape and stop abuse than any woman I have ever met. We have taught American women to be selfish. We've taught them that they are not to be held accountable for their actions, not under law, not by the community, not by anybody. If you're 31 years old and you're only 5'2", if you're painting yourself up to try to look like a 12-year-old for sympathy, you're sick as fuck. And anybody who's going to fall for that BS, well, we should probably see if they've been looking up kitty porn on their computers. We should probably see how many unmonitored children are in their presence. And maybe we should ask those children, are you okay? Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper, and no victim left behind. Also, Natalie Marie Bollinger, even under the scenario of equality, did not deserve that bullet to the head. Not for her crimes. She told a little white lie because she didn't want to get in trouble. And when people started doing horrible shit, she just looked away. So there's a lot of other things that she did deserve. She deserved equality. She deserved to be separated from her friends and family. She deserved to be thrown out on the streets and ostracized. She deserved to be stolen from and beaten on. In the scenario of equality. Of course, in this scenario of equality, she would be treated like a child molester. And we do not treat female child molesters like child molesters. So even a female child molester, a convicted female child molester, is not going to fathom what a male has to go through over false accusations. When you spend a grand total of 8 months locked up because you had sex with a 13-year-old boy and got pregnant, but a man like me who has literally never molested a child, literally never raped anybody, only had sex twice his whole life, but you're going to spend 6 years pretending I'm a pedophile to excuse the actions of someone who is actually trying to advertise to pedophiles. Yes, ladies, you know that if you try to make yourself look more youthful, that it'll make it easier for you to get laid. But how youthful are you trying to look? Are you trying to look like a college student? Or are you trying to look like a middle schooler?